Answering your call to adventure means deliberately stepping outside of your comfort zone and saying yes to the journey that will transform you into the man that you want to be and to live a life that others will want to be a part of. My name is Justin. 36 months ago, I quit my job, sold my possessions, broke up with my girlfriend to travel the world and date women. Here is a step-by-step roadmap to do the same boldly and effectively. Step number 1, recognize the call to adventure. And do not wait for permission. If you really take a second to look inside what your heart truly wants, you might notice that there's an itch there, a desire for you to go on a real adventure. Tennessee Williams said, "Security is a kind of death." Here are some questions for you to consider. What excites and scares you? Is it traveling the world? Is it writing your book? Is it that creative project that you've put off, that you know that you should do, but haven't started until now? What if it means leaving a relationship that is dull to you, uninspiring, and time is passing? Step number 2, make the decision. No more someday. In September of 2022, I booked a one-way ticket to Bucharest, Romania. There was an author named Zan Perion living there. I had read his book 4 or 5 years earlier, and it changed my life because he was someone that I felt like I could truly learn from. I didn't speak any Romanian. I didn't know the culture or how the place worked, but I did know that there was something in my heart that was telling me to go and visit this place. So that's what I did. One practical first step that you can take to answer your call to adventure is to just commit to that first step. No more tomorrow, no more next week, no more next month, no more when I have enough money and security. You can tell yourself, I will book the ticket. I will join the group. I will start the challenge this Friday. In addition, it really helps if you can hold yourself accountable by telling someone that you know has your best interests for you in their heart. They would be happy if you succeeded. And if you don't have anyone like that in your life, then you have to go and find it. Maybe join the Amorati Brotherhood. Step number 3, burn the ships. Escape the comfort trap. In 2023, I graduated college with 2 degrees, one in linguistics and one in international studies. I did not use these degrees, even though I spent 2.5 years of my life asking myself, why am I spending so much of my time studying, so much of my time working in a call center? I worked in a call center for Marriott, wondering, why am I doing these things? I'm not in love with the life that I currently live. So in the context of burning the ships, what that looked like for me was selling all of my possessions, breaking up with my girlfriend. It sounds interesting to say, but I felt like the friends that I surrounded myself with were not people that were similar to me and would try to drag me back down to reality. They didn't want to also travel the world. They didn't want to date incredible women all around the world. So I burned the boats and left all my friends behind, my possessions, left my girlfriend, left everything about the life that I had grown up with and was planned for me behind. I only say this to show that it is possible if it can help inspire your journey of transformation. One practical step that you can take to achieve this transformation is to take a step into the unknown that does not let you go back. This could be quitting your job, canceling your backup plan, announcing your intent publicly to people that will hold you accountable, investing time and money. For example, you could just buy a one-way ticket. Are you going to take that ticket? Or are you just going to let it go away? You will most likely go on that adventure. Your actions will follow suit when you take that first step and book that ticket, for example. What is important to remember is that true adventure begins with that first step, no matter what that adventure looks like for you. And most men will never even take that first step when it could be the thing that changes their life. Step number 4, seek allies and mentors. When I was 19 years old, I joined this community known as the Amorati. The Amorati were a very interesting thing to me. They were founded by Zan Perion, and this membership was a source of accountability and inspiration, and it was cool to me to know that there were other guys out there in the world romancing and having great love stories with incredible women from different cultures. So firstly, just by the very fact of knowing that they were out there, it gave me permission to be ridiculous and to be fully myself and to go chasing girls on this crazy adventure across the world. Having friends, coaches, and a community oriented around this shared goal of being the greatest lovers in the world really challenged me with support and probably saved, looking back on it, thousands of hours of time, as opposed to going through this journey alone. As you can probably already guess, connecting with those that are already on this adventure, living the kind of life that you want to live, will kickstart and supercharge your progress from the very beginning, as opposed to being alone and depressed for a long time, like I was for many years, because I was stuck in a life I didn't love. Step number 5, create micro adventures and take baby steps to start building your momentum. In the summer of 2022, I did a study abroad in Uruguay, in Montevideo. This study abroad was very interesting because I had never had a girlfriend at the time. I didn't speak any Spanish, and to my pleasant surprise, there was a lot of girls there. And there was one other guy there, and there was like 5 or 6 girls. They were very woke and very Western, so to speak, but not all of them, only most of them. And it was perhaps this is a story for another day, but there was a lesbian girl who converted into a straight girl. Maybe I got lucky and she liked Asian guys, or she liked androgynous looking guys like me, right? So compared to what I eventually would do of traveling the world full time without working, so to speak, because I had saved up money beforehand before I started doing dating coaching, study abroad, visiting a foreign country was a mini adventure. It was a mini quest of sorts that would give you a taste of the freedom and the adventure that would come with the full experience. You don't necessarily have to jump directly into selling all of your things and traveling the world full time. But once you get that taste of freedom, that taste of adventure, for me, I could never go back to that ordinary soul-killing life, in my opinion, from before, after experiencing that. So practically, what you can do is break the large adventure into smaller, more accessible, easier quests. You can say yes to a spontaneous invite, trying a new activity or a new approach. Each girl that you see is a potential for a new adventure that you as the man can lead. It could even take the form of initiating an honest conversation that you have been avoiding, maybe weeks, months, or years. Step number 6, expect and embrace resistance. The moment you develop a good relationship to setbacks and negative experiences is the moment that you win at life. And here's what I mean. Every setback, every failure, every time that you tried something sincerely and it didn't work is a data point for you to do the thing better the next time. I wish I had known this when I had started. I wish someone had told me this. And fear, doubt, procrastination, self-worth issues will come back time to time. It happens to the great lovers of history. The fact that you're failing means that you're moving towards growth, as opposed to not even trying and slowly stagnating and failing over time. Death by not making a decision. You can use resistance as proof to yourself that you're on the right path. Step number 7, document and celebrate your progress. About 6 months ago, when I came home to visit my mother because she had breast cancer, I was looking through the camera rolls and the memories, documentations, text messages, photos. I haven't traveled that much of the world. It was only 20 countries. I only speak 4 or 5 languages. I thought, oh, okay, well, there's a lot of people that have traveled way more, that speak way more languages. And I was thinking, but then it just occurred to me that compared to where I started on this journey, from the guy, the nerdy teenage sexual shame, nice guy, skinny, ugly, short person that I was in high school and in college, it became clear that even if you're not as far as all those other individuals, you are further ahead than where you started. And that realization changed something deep within me. I hate talking about myself, to be honest, but if I can share something about my story that inspires something in your journey, then I'm happy if this even helps one person. So if you don't take anything else away from this video, this is maybe the most important point, is to celebrate your wins and your victories, the triumphs, because you are further ahead than where you started. And whether it takes a couple weeks or months or years, hopefully not that long, celebrate every win, no matter how small it is, because you are building momentum to the great adventure, living a life that's truly worth remembering. Step number 8, share the journey and invite others in. What is the point of building a life of money, fame, and fortune? All of these things are nice, but if you have no one to share it with, whether that is a woman that loves you for who you truly are, or multiple women that love you for who you truly are, or true brothers by your side that would die and kill for you, what's the point of having all that success alone? As you live more boldly, my invitation to you is to share your stories. friends, women, potential lovers. They are drawn to how alive you are, how horny you are for life. That's such a rare thing because everyone is so depressed and hating their lives all the time. So when you come as that rare exception, you will instantly become attractive. Practically, you can invite people to your adventures. Maybe you're just going on a hike, or maybe you want to go on a odyssey across the entire world and you want your friends to come. Even if they can't, they will appreciate that you invited them. Or you have the wrong friends. It's not about the words. It's not about the lines. It's about the energy of invitation and generosity and fun and adventure and mischief that you represent. Step number 9, consistently revisit, plan, and check in with yourself and raise the stakes. With each consecutive adventure, you can do something a little bit more bold. I used to be so nervous to talk to even one girl. It was a lengthy process of setting challenges for myself. Hey, just say hi to her. Measure your success by whether you did it or not. It doesn't matter what she says. Just by showing up, you already won. Now, fast forward to today, and my friends can vouch for this. If I see a group of 4 girls, I will invite all of them to go home with me. The point isn't to get them necessarily all home with you. There's nice guys, and this is me, and I'm respectful. I'm never going to take that choice away from you. And also, yeah, look at you girls. You two have boyfriends. Good. I would completely respect that. And if you didn't, I would take all 4 of you girls home. You can say things like this, but it was a slow process of working up to this. Asking a girl to come home with me, to pull the trigger on that. Now I would say something like, hey, let's keep talking at my place. I like our conversation. These things came slowly over the years, like slowly increasing the difficulty, so to speak, if we're to talk like a video game, of these challenges and these quests and these adventures that we set. So as your confidence and your life experience grows, you can set bigger and greater challenges for yourself. As long as you stay true to yourself, as long as you stay in love with women and with life and with the world, one day you look back and see, wow, I've come a long way. And you'll find men start to look at you and want to be you. You walk the path that everyone wants to walk, but so few dare to actually do. Step number 10, repeat the adventure cycle. What was interesting about traveling is that after going back to the same place that you've been to, whether it's a couple months later, whether it's a couple years later, as you've traveled more and evolved more, your life becomes more interesting because you are a deeper, more fascinating person. It's the same as reading a timeless book that has various levels of depth that you can read at different stages in your life based on your travels and your life experience. The same applies with going back to the countries and dating. Personally, when I went back to Bucharest, Romania for the 5th time or the 6th time, I spoke more of the language, even though I'm not completely fluent yet. But it doesn't matter that I'm fluent. I just know how to flirt with the girls in the language now. And if you guys ever come travel with me, you have to have vrajala, which I'll explain. You come see me in person, I'll tell you what that means. What makes you good with women is universal. And I made the mistake of trying to learn languages, of trying to do self-help, of trying to go into the gym, of trying to do all these sorts of things that didn't make me actually better with women. To recognize that you're on the adventure and to keep returning back time and time again to the adventure, whether that is new countries, whether that is experiencing countries that you've already been to at a deeper level, your life becomes a piece of art. It becomes a tapestry, something so different from the boring, dull, gray, monotonous existence that most men go through. Most men live lives of quiet desperation, said Henry David Thoreau. So to recap, the 10 steps that you learned today to answering your call to adventure. Number 1, recognize the call. Number 2, make the decision. Number 3, burn the boats. Number 4, seek allies and mentors. Number 5, create micro adventures and build momentum. Number 6, learn to accept and embrace and love fear and resistance. Number 7, document and celebrate your progress. Number 8, share and invite others into your journey. Number 9, consistently revisit and raise the stakes as you become more and more competent. Number 10, repeat the adventure cycle until maybe you feel in your heart that it's time for you to settle down. But if you feel that wild calling in your heart, you have to answer it at all costs. I'm not telling you how to live your life. This changed my life and maybe it can change yours too. In conclusion, answering your call to adventure is not necessarily a one-time thing. You will continually answer various unique calls to adventure throughout your lifetime. Women will look at you and think, who is that guy? Who is he to be so different from all other men to be on this mighty journey of an adventure for himself? Wow, that guy's going whether I come or not. I would love to join him in his life and in his bed. And that's something that is accessible to everyone, but most people don't have the courage to go and pursue that. That's where true transformation happens. In the same vein, if you do not want to waste the one life that you were given, I made this video talking about 3 things that I wish I had known before I started traveling the world and dating women. Hope you enjoy.